As the dust begins to settle for the many businesses and people who've made the shift to remote work, an uncomfortable truth has revealed itself. There's nothing quite like a crisis to unite people. It happened over Christmas, as an unprecedented bushfire season brought our country closer together and saw us raising millions for our volunteers. And we're seeing it again right now, as we all unite around our essential workers and rally to flatten the curve as a community. Of course, for consumer-facing industries like retail, hospitality and tourism, there's still a challenging road ahead. But for businesses that have established remote working processes, remarkable things are happening. A recent Citrix survey suggests 70% of Australian workers have been able to maintain or even improve their productivity while being forced to work from home. Complicated projects that usually follow 2-year development cycles are being executed in a matter of weeks. Just look at all the manufacturing businesses, from L'Oreal to Detmold to Young Henrys, pivoting in an instance to produce hand sanitizer, surgical masks and PPE. COVID-19 is an opportunity to reset our expectations of how the world works and start proactively designing the new normal we want for ourselves. We've identified some productive behaviours that COVID-19 is encouraging. And those organisations that seek these behaviours out and make the most of them will find themselves primed to come out the other side stronger, more resilient and more prepared for whatever comes next. Firstly, an increased reliance on independent work and forward momentum has trimmed away a lot of the red tape and political consensus usually required to get things done. The result here is a more desirable, manageable pace driven by decisive action. While some barriers to work are going up in times of isolation, others are being broken down. Remote work has seen people become less territorial, and a relaxing of hierarchies and business silos has seen a steady increase in collaboration and knowledge sharing. And this in turn is driving greater innovation and new product development. As a result, something we're seeing an unprecedented amount of is companies rethink their role in the future working world. Instead of investing all their efforts towards damage control, companies are focusing on risk management with their eyes firmly on the future. The concept of business as usual is a thing of the past, and creating a more fluid, adaptable business is the way forward. And companies are taking note. According to US Gartner surveys, 74% of CFOs are looking to move a significant amount of their workforce to be permanently remote post-crisis. Our 2020 study found that 85% of employees are more likely to stick by a business during times of crisis if it has a history of being transparent. And with work structures flattening out and hierarchies dissipating, leaders being more transparent with their people than ever, building trust and empowering employees to speak up with ideas and be honest and open in their communications. Psychological safety at its finest. But perhaps the most uplifting shift in behaviour is seeing leaders and executives focusing more on employee connection and well-being than ever before. It should be no surprise that unity is close to our heart. It inspired our name after all. So despite the challenges in the current climate, there's a lot of good things happening in business right now. But as always, it's about balance. Too much decisiveness can inhibit collaboration, while extreme management can ingrain bad legacy behaviours. This is where we play every day, using data science, behavioural science and creativity to strike that perfect balance and drive emotional connection where it counts most. The new normal is coming, and we don't just have to prepare for it. We need to consciously design it together. We're doing a lot right now to support our client community in tracking the highs and lows of lockdown to better equip them for what comes next. If you'd like to share your learnings or explore any ideas on this topic, let's start a conversation.